Welcome back to Flint Hills. Hope everyone's doing good today. Just as a quick disclaimer, I turned my AC off in my house, which means my windows are open. So the peacock that's laying underneath my pickup right now will probably squawk and it might be a little loud. Apparently I can't fit through the doorway. Left that door open. Someone could have stole my prized tractors. But today I think we're going to start with a bit of seeding and then get into a bit of planting later on in the day. So hopefully that will go over well. The temperature is supposed to rise throughout the day, so hopefully we'll be alright there. I know technically as long as you're within the planting window, you're normally alright. Wow, I'm a horrible driver. Talking about prized tractors as I back into one. That's wonderful. Can we get the seed drill out without hitting anything? Looks like it. That's good. Small victories, right? Small victories. So, the pipe is on the driver's side, so we'll just flip around. I'm not sure what tank fills first, but we'll find out. That's lime. We don't need lime. I'm hoping the first one is going to be seed, but we'll find out here in a second. Yeah, the first one is seed, so the bigger tank's seed, so that's good at least. Well, that's filling up. We might as well turn the tractor off. So I'm thinking we'll probably plant canola in field 43 and soybeans in field 42, I think. And we'll leave 37, 38, 27, and these two fields as corn. We're going to have a boatload of corn, like an absolute boatload. You know what? Actually, I think we're going to do field 42 with canola, field 37 with soy, field 43 with soy, so then we only have 4 fields of corn. $9,000 to fill that up. Place your bets on how well I can back up to the next one. Probably not so great. Back up straight. Oh, that's not straight. Got it in the trigger, that's all that counts. Pull forward a little bit to make it look a little better, I guess. Turn tractor off, save some fuel. I know technically you'd probably just leave it running as long as it's not going to take that long. Starting and stopping isn't great. I wish these things had a bit bigger of a hose, but then we wouldn't be able to fill up the trailer with it. Not bad. I was expecting a lot more in the cash department. So we can't really complain there. Let's get this over. What's the planting window like for... We'll put canola in the ground first because we're halfway through the planting window, but we're in the temperature window. And then later on in the day we'll start planting soybeans. The temperature is supposed to rise, and we don't have to worry about frost by the looks of it, so we should be alright there. Fingers crossed at least. Hopefully we can fit this through the yard just fine. Oh, what happened there? Mayday. No, jump back over. What are you doing? There we go. So, note to self, don't take corners like a madman. The air drill does not like cornering. Duly noted. get that back set over to canola so we don't start putting the wrong crop in the field. That definitely wouldn't be great. Just swung out here. So if we open up our map again, we're going to do field 43 with canola, I think I said. Yeah, 42, sorry, with canola. Nice thing is there's no ditch on the far side of the road, so we don't have to worry too much about cornering coming out of our farm. So that's always nice and less thing to worry about. Just pull on into the field here and unfold everything. See how well we make out with unfolding. Oh, be quiet, you. No one wants to hear you yell. People are here to listen to me yell, not you. Who am I kidding? You're probably only here for the peacocks. Well, I guessed pretty close to being accurate on the width, so I can't really complain there. Let's just get over a little bit. And I'm running pretty much on the GPS, so let me just set this up here. And we are seeding. I'm hoping this field is pretty well square. We are going to do this by GPS, by ourselves, just because there's nothing else to really do at the moment, so there's no sense of paying a worker to do a job we can easily do ourselves. And since this is such a big field on such a big map, this series is going to have a fair bit of time lapses in it. Solely because I can't justify letting you guys sit here and watch me seed this place for an hour or so. But so far so good. We're not going through our fertilizer that quick or our seed. Hopefully we'll have enough what's in the air cart to finish this field. Fingers crossed on that. If not, we can always bring that seed tender around. Got some nice cornering going on here. Very professional like. Running at a solid 9 miles an hour. Can't really complain there. Team Red's doing pretty good. Hope you guys are doing well. What do you guys rather, Team Red or Team Green? Of course you got the different colors of green. Oh, I thought he had one more in him. Anyways, I'm going to do probably 2 headland passes along the bush side and along the road side. Just so I know I'm going to be alright. I'm going to drive right through this grass section here because that's still our field. Get right up to the corner. I wonder how Courseplay will deal with this area. Just lift that up, put it back down. Not bad, not bad. Wonder what kind of line I'll get set up here on the far side. It's not looking too hot. So I'll just run back over and call this side a wash for running on GPS. Can't win them all though. That tree's awfully close. Oh, this next tree's even closer. Oh no. Yeah, that was a crash. I nearly missed it. That's one thing I never understood. How they call a near miss you not hitting something. To me, nearly hitting would be a miss. Oh, I nearly hit the ball while it flew past my face and went into the catcher's glove. A near hit would be a miss. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Not sure if you guys enjoy my rambling or not. I've got a weird thought process. There's always random things going on in my head. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you don't, I don't really know what to tell you. Just get this flipped around here. Oh, that was very professional, like top notch. Grade A farmer right here. I'll see you guys in a bit. We're making our way through this field at a pretty good rate. Can't really complain. We're over halfway done now. I found out Courseplay will only recognize this part of the field and not this, since it's completely disconnected. But on our way up, by the time we get to the top here, I think we're going to stop, get the seed tender to come back out, top us up with fertilizer and seed, and while we're doing that, we'll get the Traction King set up on the planter and start getting field 38 planted with corn. It's a bigger field than this and a smaller implement, so it's going to take even more time. The temperature, ground temp, is sitting at 10. Corn says 13. I think we'll be alright by planting it a little bit early. I hope we'll be alright planting it a little bit early. Just mainly because we got so many fields we're going to plant with corn. I kind of need to get the ball rolling with only the one planter. So we'll get this bad boy folded up here and get the pipe out in a good location for the seed tender to come along and fill us up here. And I'll see you once we get back to the shop with the Traction King. Beautiful. Almost 75%. So not bad. I'll probably want to take 3 with me. We definitely don't have enough liquid fertilizer. We'll have to get more delivered. We might just get it delivered right to the field next time we need more though. And just leave the supply that's here for filling up the planter right now and filling up the fertilizer spreader. At least now that the pallet's half full, it's a little lighter. Doesn't make the Bobcat bounce around quite as much. So that's good. That should be a good spot right there, I hope. Not sure why that pallet didn't strap down. Let me just give it the good old wiggle test to see if it is actually strapped down or not. It's not strapped down. I'll figure that out in a second here. So I'm not really sure how secure that actually is, but it's on there and we're going to send it because it's not going that far. It's going across the road. The amount of time I spent messing around with it, I could have actually driven both pallets over there with the Bobcat, but that's besides the point. As long as everything works the same way as the last time, I gotta show you something that's really cool. The seed tender, it'd either be really cool or a royal pain in the rear end. Not sure yet. Need to field test it, if you will. I'll get this guy moved out of the way. I'll just set him right here for right now. And I'll run over and grab one of our semis and get hooked up to the seed tender. Our trees are looking good that we planted last time. One downfall about how I have the auto drive set up in here. I can turn around through the silo there, and I can turn around here. But I don't quite have the perfect route set up to get into the fill points. I could probably set up a course that comes through the dirt there to get a nice setup spot. Don't mind me just driving on my own grass. So we got to take the seed tender out to field 42. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this up, pick up and deliver. So I'm going to pick up or load in at farm seed fill, because that's the last one. And I'm going to deliver at field, what field was it again? Field 42. Field 42. And it's going to be fertilizer. So let's see if this works. I know I've got it set up to load at the seed fill, but this worked the last time for me, so I want to see if it'll work again. So we've stopped here and we're filling up with fertilizer, barely in the back tank. This might take a little bit, so I'll probably cut until the truck is full. So I was mistaken before. You set it up for the seed fill on seeds, and it fills up with fertilizer in the back hopper as you're pulling up. Because if we go into the edit, we're parked right at the fertilizer fill, but the seed fill isn't until up there. So since we're getting to be close and the triggers are so big on these bins, what should happen now is we pull up, because we're not to the seed fill yet, and we'll start filling up the front hopper. So I can go fill up with 2 different materials and 2 different hoppers and send it out to the field just by having these spaced out correctly apart. I'm not sure if that is, I've never seen be able to load 2 separate fill types with auto drive before. So this is a really cool, it's not an invention, but it's a really cool find. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. With this setup here, as you can see, I got a cluster of auto drive points all around. I should really set one up from the back of the farm there that loops around on the dirt path that comes down into this alleyway. That would make a nice turnaround as well. And I might actually just delete the one that loops right around there on the concrete pad in front of the big shop, just to make it a little bit less tight. Don't have to worry about them hitting the fence at all. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I will see you once this truck is filled up and back out into the field. So as you can see from loading up with seeds and fertilizer, we're left with $46,000. So I'm not even sure if we have enough money in the bank to fill this thing up again. Fingers crossed we'll work out alright. But that loan is looking more and more enticing. Not so much enticing, but more so needed, if you will. I also need to set up a spot there at the fuel tank, so these things can stop and get fuel, or I can send things to stop and get fuel instead of going all the way across the map to the fuel point, which is up here at the general store. That's a long trek just to get fuel. I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Especially once it comes time to harvest. Yeah, we'll probably be driving up there a fair bit. But these trucks will get a lot of miles put on them and they'll burn through a lot of fuel. Right now we're burning 245 liters an hour. I'm not paying the auto drive workers, but I am paying course play workers when I use them. So there is that. I'm not sure exactly where this guy's gonna go. If he's going to, yeah, he's going to drive onto the field. So I'm just going to stop him here and carry on myself. Might as well turn these lines back off. It pulled up in an alright spot. I'll probably need to be a little bit further out than that, but we shall see. This is a beautiful seed tender. I like it. I'm glad I found the link to it. I think I found the link in Expendables modding page. Not sure whose it is exactly, but they did a really good job with it. Fill that bad boy back up with seed. Move him out of the trigger. Back in to get the fertilizer, I think. Oh, that's because I gotta change this over. I'll be alright. Didn't take very long. Granted, this seed tender holds a lot of both seed and fertilizer, so we shouldn't, hopefully, knock on wood, need to fill it up again this year. But if we do, we might be in trouble. Oh, off. Thank you. So let's see if we can get that planter set up and going. I always like putting an old tractor on a new piece of equipment. It just always makes it look a little better, I find. Tractors last a lot longer than the equipment does normally. So there is that. Brakes aren't great in this thing, but other than that, can't really complain. Let's get this thing unfolded here. And while that's doing that, we can open up course play, generate the course, do 2 headland passes clockwise, do a skip row, generate. That looks alright. First waypoint. Let's just back up a little bit so he's in line properly. Drive course at first waypoint. Let's see. Needs to be unloaded. What do you mean? Unloaded. Ah, fertilizing seeding. I set it down on the wrong one. I'll be alright. Planting corn. Gonna take an hour and a half to finish that. Without stopping. And without needing to be refilled up. So let's bring the Dodge over. So at least it's over here when we need to fill it up again. And we've got the seed tender already over there. in that general area. So we'll be good for seeds. The liquid fertilizer, on the other hand, is what's got me concerned. I think we still have 7 pallets of fertilizer sitting in the barn. Or in the shop, sorry. With 2 headland passes, I'm hoping that this guy's going to be out of the way. And we might as well carry on seeding this. So, I will bring you guys back in when this field is done, or that guy is done, because I got a lot of time to kill at this point. So I'll see you in a little while. So as you can see by the time, I'm not sure exactly how much you guys have seen, due to the fact that it's almost 12 at night and it's pitch black. But we got the seeding done, the 2 soybean fields, the canola field, and the 1 corn field. It's got 2 states of fertilizer on both of those. And in the next episode, we'll hopefully get field 27, 40, and 45 planted with corn, and get herbicide and fertilizer spread on the fields that we planted today. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.